This is Teacher Victor again. Question 8 2007, Geography Paper 1, Section B. Question 8 was talking about climate. It was talking about climate, weather and climate. So the first question was, what is climate? You are told to define climate. What is climate? So climate is the average weather condition of a particular place for a long period of time. Is the average weather condition of a particular place for a period of time between 30 to 35 years. Between 30 to 35 years. Between 30 to 35 years. Then part B, question 2 of part A. Explain two effects of climate change on the physical environment. Explain two effects of climate change on the physical environment. So effects of climate change on the physical environment. High rainfall, the first one, high rainfall results to flood. High rainfall results to flood. High rainfall results to flood that will prove vegetation. Another one, high temperature results to dying of vegetation. High temperature results to dying of vegetation. High temperature results to dying of vegetation. Another one, ice will melt, leaving the mountain tops bare. Ice will melt, leaving the mountain tops bare. Ice will melt, leaving the mountain tops bare. Then we have soil erosion, leading to drying of vegetation. Soil erosion leading to drying of vegetation. So those are the effects of climate change on the physical environment. Part B, they were given a diagram. They were given a diagram, a table that shows rainfall and temperature of a station in Africa. So you have month, temperature in degrees Celsius, then you have rainfall in millimeters from January to December. Then the first question, you are told to draw a graph, or they were given a graph paper, then they were told to draw a bar graph to represent the rainfall figures. So a bar graph, as I said earlier, I'm looking for a way of which I will ensure that I do these things practically with you. As for now, let's just do the theory part. So part 1 of that question of that table, on the graph paper provided, draw a bar graph to represent the rainfall figure. So they are given a scale of a vertical of 1 centimeter to represent 10 millimeters. Then part B of the question, describe the rainfall pattern of the station. Describe the rainfall pattern of the station. Describe the rainfall pattern of the station. So this kind of question, you just need to look at the figures, then from the figures you are going to get the answers right. So the first one, rainfall decreases from April to June, then it increases from July to December. Rainfall decreases from April to June, then it increases from July to December. Another one which is very clear from the table, it receives the maximum rainfall in March, which is 130 millimeters. It receives the maximum rainfall in March, 130 millimeters. Now we have talked about the maximum, then we can also talk about the lowest rainfall, minimum. So the lowest rainfall is received in the month of June, 28 millimeters. The lowest rainfall is received in the month of June, 28 millimeters. The rainfall decreases with the decrease of temperature. The rainfall decreases with the decrease of temperature and increase with the increase in temperature. The rainfall decreases with the decrease of temperature and increase with the increase in temperature. Then question 3 of part B of question 8, you are told to calculate the average monthly temperature for the station. Calculate the average monthly temperature for the station. So average monthly temperature for the station, we are simply going to add the temperature from January to December, then we divide by 12. So if you add 24 plus 24 plus 23 up to 23 of December, you are going to get 248 divided by 12. You are going to get 20.66 degrees Celsius. That is the answer. Then we move to the next question, part C of the question. You are supposed to carry out a study on the weather within your school compound. You are supposed to carry out study on the weather within your school compound. Describe on how you would use the following instruments during the field study. Describe how you would use the following instruments during the field study. So the first instrument is hygrometer. How would you use hygrometer during the field study? So we say the wet bulb thermometer is wrapped in wet muslin. The wet bulb thermometer is wrapped in wet muslin and dipped into water to keep the muslin moist. The wet bulb thermometer is wrapped with wet muslin and dipped into water to keep the muslin moist. This record the lowest temperature as the water evaporates from the muslin. This records the lowest temperature as the water evaporates from the muslin. As the water evaporates from the muslin. Another point, dry bulb thermometer. Dry bulb thermometer is left in normal environment. Dry bulb thermometer is left in normal environment. To record the highest temperature. The difference between the two readings is used to calculate the relative humidity. The difference between the two readings is used to calculate the relative humidity. Another instrument which was given was a rain gauge. How can you use a rain gauge during the field study? So we say, insert the beaker on the ground. Take the rain water collected in the jar or bottle. Pour the water in a measuring or graduated cylinder. Then you take the reading. Then you will record the reading in the book or a table. The next question was, state two ways in which the information collected during the field study would be useful to the local community. How is the information collected in the field study useful to the local community? How is the information collected during the field study useful to the local community? The first one, the information will help the community to know the type of crops to plant, will help the community to know the types of crops to plant. Another one, will help the community to know the type of animal breeds to rear, will help the community to know the type of animal breeds to rear, will also help the community to know the type of attire to wear, help the community to know the type of attire to wear. Another one will help the community to know the wind control measures, That was question 8, 2007, section B.